This copyrighted broadcast is presented by the authority of the Pacific Coast Sports Racing Association for the private use of our audience. Any reproduction, rebroadcast, retransmission, or other disseminations or the use of this broadcast, descriptions, or accounts of this show without the express written consent of the Pacific Coast Sports Racing Association is prohibited. On the PCSRA Sports Network from Learfield, welcome to the PCSRA Weekly Show. It's brought to you by Brahms Ice Cream and Dairy Stores. For over 51 years, it is the proud sponsor of the PCSRA Weekly Show. The PCSRA Weekly Show broadcast is also brought to you by Budweiser, Love's Travel Stops, iHeartMedia, The Oklahoman, Newcastle Casino, Devon Energy, Sonic, and by the Oklahoma Highway Safety Office, where we encourage you fans that together we can end DUI. Now, with the call of today's PCSRA Weekly Show from the Blue Hedgehog Studios in War Acres, Oklahoma, here is your host, the voice of the PCSRA, Daniel Voyles.
Hello everyone, welcome to the PCSRA Weekly Show. It is time for another video with me. It's a birthday bash edition of the Weekly Show. Let's begin the party now. And hello and good morning / afternoon and welcome to the PCSRA Weekly Show on the PCSRA Radio Network and the Blue Hedgehog TV. Daniel Voyles from here in our PCSRA studios. Hopefully everybody is having a great Sunday afternoon. I know I am, with, well, you know, today being my birthday, number one, but yeah. Currently, it's just me right now at the moment. We'll get some other people in here as far as you can go away. Thank you very much. Cancel. I need to get rid of you because you are just annoying. Hang on a second, I gotta get rid of some things. Oh, I need to get off Wi-Fi, that's why. Duh. Yeah, get off Wi-Fi. Check my email and make sure everything's good to go. Yep, everything's good. So, hopefully everybody is having a great start to your Sunday. I am doing okay. Okay, let's be a dummy, Discord. I don't know what the fuck you're doing. But anyway. So, as I said earlier, hopefully you guys are having a great start to your amazing Sunday here in the PCSRA Weekly Show. A special birthday edition, if you ask me. Now, before we get started on the Weekly Show, oh, it's my cat. She's about to throw up. Fuck me, senseless. God damn it, I hate fucking Annie. She likes to throw up. I'm talking about Annie the cat. I'm not talking about Annie Thomas. Before any of you guys get mad at me saying, why did you talk crap about your driver? Yeah, not doing that. Well, I mean, why the fuck would I talk shit about my drivers? Like, that's not nice. Anyway, before I bring in the panelists, even though there's no panelists in here, I have added a little info in the description, as my cat Annie cannot stop with this throwing up deal. Yeah, so not trying to confuse her and Annie Thomas. Annie Thomas is doing fine. It's just my cat Annie cannot stop throwing up. I can't wait to put her ass down, you know what I mean? So I put a little extra info in the description down below. That way you guys understand the rules. I'll also add the other half of the description at the same time. So, yeah. So you get like a combination of two. So, yeah. As what the fuck, YouTube? Hang on a second, my Safari's acting up. I need to reboot this before it gets worse. Oh, no, never mind, there it is. Oh, I haven't even done the British Grand Prix for F122. I'll do it later this week. I just haven't had time to do it, so. Yeah, plus I haven't even done the Cup race stream. I'll probably do that sometime later today or tomorrow. Probably I'll do it Tuesday. So, okay. We get to my channel, or no? No, I should have gotten to my live streaming. Oh, I thought Mom was going to talk. Well, there you go. Why is it foggy? Well, I turned the oven on. Like. Anyway. Unless my dad burnt the pizza, which that's what he did. See, this is why I eat my pizza, like, late without turning on the oven. Alright. Alright, so here comes the other half of the description up. So, today's going to be a little bit... Good job, Dad. I turned to broil the pizza. Good job, dumb fuck. Yeah, we almost tried to burn down the house. Good freaking job, Dad. That was smart. Let's burn the house down on my birthday. Yeah, and then affect other people. Like, what the fuck? No, Annie. No. No. Sorry, my cat's trying to throw up, and I'm trying to get her away from my room because she won't shut up. Alright. So, yeah. Alright. Today's special edition. She's about to throw up, is what I think is about to happen. Anyway. Yeah. Smart thing in the world, Dad. Let's turn the broiler on so we can burn the damn house down. Good fucking lord. But anywho. And we have a special guest, so let's introduce him. Joining me for the special birthday edition of the PCSRA Weekly Show, Nathan Orman. Wait, what?
Hold my beer. A great way to get me introduced.
Yes, and Annie the cat is trying to get on my nerves. Not Annie Thomas or Annie Einstein or any of the Annies that are associated to PCSRA.
Annie the cat. Okay,
yes.
Gotcha.
Yes, that's why I clarified. If anybody's saying I'm talking crap about my driver, the answer is no. It's my cat who's being a stubborn little Anyway. Well, I found the other reason, which I'll explain that off the air. So, here's the situation of how we're going to do today's edition, or today's special edition of the PCSRA Weekly Show. First...
I'll be right back.
Wait, what? Oh, he'll be right back. Okay. While Orman has to go do something. We're only going to recap Kentucky and only race 1 of the FIA Formula E. Actually, we'll also recap the British Grand Prix. That way, tomorrow's episode, for our regular scheduled episode, we have only just a few things to recap as far as that's concerned. So that saves us a headache as far as how recapping is concerned. Annie, please stop. I'm talking to my cat. One of these days, we're about to put Annie the cat down, not Annie Thomas. Okay. Speaking of Annie Thomas, they gave me a nice... Yeah, welcome back. Yeah, speaking of Annie Thomas, they've already...
I'm happy with breakfast.
Yeah, and Taylor, and Taylor's triggered, and he's saying figures. Yeah. Yeah, Orman is on the West Coast. That's why he's having breakfast, because it's like about to be lunchtime over here. It's actually lunchtime on the East Coast as well, so. If you guys want to go ahead and send the birthday messages in the chat, I would appreciate that. Just make sure it's appropriate, because I don't want inappropriate, because you all know what's going to happen if it's inappropriate. Wink, wink. So, just so everybody's on the same page. That's why I have that little note in the description that I added seconds ago. So, okay. So today's episode, we're going to recap Kentucky. We'll also, as I said, recap Silverstone and only race 1 of the Formula E. Tomorrow we'll only recap race 2 of Formula E. What? I'll be back, guys, since I'm getting interrupted. I'm just gonna hold that off until further notice. I'll pass. Yes. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. As I was saying before, rudely interrupted, we were going to recap Silverstone, Kentucky. Tomorrow we're going to recap race 2 race 2 of New York City, easy for me to say, and Toronto. So that just saves us a little headache as far as that's concerned. I need to turn the volume up because I can't hear it warming. There we go. All right. So let's kick off the weekly show recapping Kentucky first. Just a little note, I did not watch any of the Kentucky races because of 3 things. Number 1, Thursday, I was at work, closing door. Hooray. Number 2, I didn't watch the Xfinity race because I was doing a live stream that night. Yay. And number 3, I didn't watch the Cup race last night, even though I was listening to Orman's reactions, because I was getting tired for whatever reason. So, there you go. Okay. So, for the Buckle Up in Your Truck 225, which I think that's a weird name, but nevertheless. Wait, what? Yeah, I was gonna get ready to mention this. The race, I don't want to even give you my take on the race. I'll just explain how it went down. So nothing happened in stage 1, which was won by Sheldon Creed. The first actual incident was Spencer Boyd and Natalie Decker made contact on the front straightaway, took both drivers in the wall, collected Jordan Anderson, the innocent victim. After the incident, Natalie Decker and Spencer Boyd, after the race, Natalie Decker yanks Spencer Boyd's hat, throws it on the ground, and Spencer Boyd's hat had to go to the infield care center. Funny logic answer.
And Voyles started a meme.
Yep, and it's now a meme officially, so yeah.
And now Black Facts Mayor, aka Down, and Joseph Lombard, aka NURA was reenacting it.
Oh my word. It's now a popular thing. Then Chad Finley, spun coming off turn 4. I think he had some very heavy damage or something like that. Something like that. As far as that's concerned. Then the 18 of Harrison Burton, the 12 of Gustine, the 13 of Johnny Sutter, and the 34 of Mason Massley had an incident off turn number 2. I think they didn't hit anything as far as that's concerned.
And then we got a fiery crash.
Yeah, then a fiery crash, and then a this is why the 51 was called to the NASCAR hauler for his idiotic move. Grant Enfinger and Brandon Jones got together, took each other to the wall, and then Brandon Jones drives up there like a bull in a china shop and turns the 98 around like a complete idiot. And Brandon Jones was about to get his butt whooped by Grant Enfinger because that was kind of the most idiotic thing he ever done. And he deserved to get his butt whooped, which, by the way, that ended the stage, which Matt Crafton won. Stage 3, really nothing happened except it came down to a fuel mileage. Brett Moffitt was on his way to win, but the fuel mileage god said, "Not so fast, I'm not going to let you win." And Tyler Ankrum gets around Brett Moffitt on coming to 2 to go, and Tyler Ankrum shocks the entire NASCAR community and wins his first truck race, and it was the first time a driver born after the 2000s won their first ever race in the Truck Series. How about that?
That is incredible.
Yeah. And also Tyler Ankrum is now in the playoffs as a result, bumping both the Kyle Busch Motorsports out of the playoffs, so yay. So the top 10 results for the Truck Series race goes as follows. Tyler Ankrum, the shocker winner, wins. Stuart Friesen, so dang close, but he'll sell for second, but nevertheless a good run for him. Good run for Harrison Burton, he finishes 3rd. Ross Chastain finished in 4th. That was good enough to put him into the playoffs for now, with a few races to go. Dylan Lupton finished 5th. Good run for Dylan Lupton. Nice to see him having some good consistent runs. Austin Wayne sub 6th. Brett Moffitt was the last truck on the lead lap, finishing 7th. And then the rest of the top 10 finished a lap down. And they were aided by Spencer Davis in 8th. Nice run for Spencer Davis. Jeb Burton, nice way to make a return to the Truck Series, finishing in 9th. And Johnny Sauter completes the top 10. He was actually the first truck 2 laps down. 22 trucks finished the race, as I said, 7 on the lead lap, and then what?
This is the first time there were 2 Burnens in NASCAR, in a NASCAR race, since Ward and Jeff Burton.
Yep, since Ward and Jeff Burton. And then drivers out of the race were Brandon Jones, the moron, Grant Enfinger, Gus Dean, Chad Finley, Nellie Decker, I need to get slapped by NASCAR officials for raping Spencer Boyd's hat, Camden Murphy, Spencer Boyd, who will not be getting any Christmas cards from Nellie Decker, Jordan Anderson, Austin Hill, and Joe Nemechek. The big shocker there, Austin Hill having an engine failure, but he's locked in the playoffs, so he can definitely he can afford a bad result. So good for him. Moving over to the Xfinity Series, or Xfinity, or Xfinity, in the Victory in Jesus chat, whoever did that.
Okay, for the running of the Alsco 300.
What? Tell her thank you.
Daniel.
What?
Go to the Board of Education.
No, we are not playing the Board of Education for the weekly show. Board of Education my ass. Anyway. If this doesn't get added to the funniest moments of 2019, then I'm going to throw a fuel pump at Cody Smart's head. Board of Education my ass. Anyway, after that little randomness.
Copyrighted by the Board of Education.
Don't ask me, mate. Anyway. The Xfinity race. Only had 5 yellows, same with the truck race, if you exclude the stages, which is surprising, eh? Alright. So, early incident, Junior Avila, or J.A. Avila, as some people like to call him, got loose in turn 3, hit the wall, caused some very significant damage to that 99. Unfortunately, his race was done. That was the only incident in Stage 1. Stage 1 went caution-free, which was won by Christopher Bell. In fact, he won the first 2 stages. And then Austin Cindric, battling Justin Haley, got loose. Haley took the air off the spoiler of Austin Cindric's car, spun, and backed into the wall. So it was a pretty struggling day for Austin Cindric, if you ask me. And then the 90 car of Ronnie Bassett cut a left rear tire down going into turn 1, spun, surprisingly didn't hit anything. And as I mentioned before, Christopher Bell won Stage 2 because he swept the first 2 stages. The rest of the race was alright. I wouldn't say it was exciting as it could be, but it was alright. And at the end of the day, it was Cole Custer who cannot be stopped, and Cole Custer wins the Xfinity race at Kentucky. So the top 10 results for the Xfinity Series race, and I'll give a few shout-outs before we get to the Cup Series recapping. Top 10 results for the Xfinity race goes as follows. Cole Custer, the winner. Christopher Bell, second. Tyler Reddick, third. Michael Annett, fourth. Chase Briscoe, another top 5 run in fifth. Noah Gragson, 6th, Justin Allgaier, 7th, Ryan Truex in 8th, Ryan Sieg, 9th, and Justin Haley completed the top 10. By the way, Ryan Sieg got a phone call from Larry's Lemonade, and they sponsored him for this weekend at Kentucky, and guess what? That plan actually paid off for him in that move, so, yes. A couple of shout-outs. Jeremy Clements, 13th, great run for him. Riley Herbst stayed out of trouble. Ended up P11, good run for Riley. He's been really getting some good runs of late, if you ask me. Gray Golding, another top 15. Shane Lee, that's probably his best finish in the since his return to the Xfinity Series. Brandon Brown, 17th. Josh Williams, 18th. BJ McLeod, 20th for JD Motorsports. Good run for him, if you ask me.
And Voyles.
What?
If Big 3 finishes in the top 3, what the heck?
Yeah. What? Alright, I'll be right back. Gotta take her somewhere quick. Cool. Glad it didn't cause that RKO. Oh. Yeah. Warning, do not put the pizza on broiler or else you will regret it, my friends. Yeah, my dad almost set the damn house on fire. Go fucking figure. Alright. I think Orman is eating, so, let's make sure we don't have another incident of the, no. Well, I don't want a sandwich right this second. And then we go over to the Cup race, which, let's be honest, that Cup race wasn't really entertaining, if you ask me. First incident was, well, Chase Elliott had a right front tire go down, which there was debris off his tire. Then on the restart, Corey LaJoie got loose, spun coming off turn 4. Then Landon Castle and the 51 of Bailey Curry, aka the Backmarkers, spun coming off turn number 2. Stage 1 was won by Kurt Busch. Stage 2 was won by Kyle Busch, no surprise there. Then Jimmy Johnson, going into turn number 1, cut a right front tire down, slapped the outside wall, spun but continued on. Then Bubba Wallace spun going through 1 and 2, didn't hit anything. That set up a late race restart. The restart was pretty crazy in any way, shape, or form. And Kurt Busch makes a bold move on the last lap, passes Kyle Busch, and Kurt Busch gives Chevrolet the first win at Kentucky, and Kurt Busch gets his first win of 2019, and the first time the one car has been back to victory lane since Talladega with Jamie McMurray. Thank you, Mr. Pockris. He just wished me happy birthday because I'm friends with him. I'll probably get one from Brian and Victory in Jesus chat. So the top 10 results for the Cup Series race goes as follows. Kurt Busch, the winner. Kyle Busch, second. I believe it's the first time on NBC that the Busch brothers finished 1-2. However, it's Kurt Busch, not Kyle, thankfully. Eric Jones, third. Kyle Larson, fourth. Denny Hamlin, fifth. Clint Boyer, sixth. Joey Logano, seventh. Daniel Suarez, eighth. Ryan Newman, ninth. And Chris Buescher completing the top 10. Then we move over to the first Formula E race, which, I think this is qualifying for later today. Hang on a second. I do not have race 1. Give me a second here, guys. That's free practice 1. I want freaking whatchamacallit.
1?
Yeah, I need I need race 1. Oh, there it is. Okay, now we got race 1, thankfully. For some reason, it didn't show me race 1. It showed me fucking qualifying. I didn't want that. But anyway. So they had their first race of 2 yesterday. The race, which Orm and I watched the race, it was crazy from the word go. We saw crazy action. Lynn's car broke down, caused a safety car. And then, okay. Sam Bird turned Jose Maria Lopez in a spin, which Bird ended up getting a 10-second penalty for the incident. Jean-Eric Verne had picked up nose damage and got hit by Andre Lauder, which he had to come in and make repairs. And just as you think Jean-Eric Verne was going to get some points to salvage out of this day, nope. He gets together with Felipe Massa, caused a massive stack up. Spinning Massa collected Lauder and Stoffel Van Dorn, and with Jerome D'Ambrosio going on top of Massa's car. But yeah, that was pretty crazy. And at the end of the day, it was Sebastian Buemi who ended up taking race 1 of the championship to set up a winner-take-all race 2 here at New York City. So, the top 10 results for the Formula E Race 1. Sebastian Buemi, the winner. Mitch Evans, second. Antonio Felix Acosta, third. Alexander Sims, fourth. Lucas Degrassi, fifth. Daniel Abt, sixth. Pascal Wehrlein, seventh. Sam Bird, eighth. Jerome D'Ambrosio, ninth. And Oliver Turvey around the top 10. What? I'll be right back, guys. Sorry about that. I keep getting interrupted and I don't want a sandwich. Okay. So, let me just quickly go through the top 10 results, then we'll be right back to give Orman's thoughts on the weekend so far. The F1 race I really did not watch because I was asleep. So that's how I can explain that. So, yeah. So the top 10 results for the F1 race goes as follows. Lewis Hamilton, the winner. Valtteri Bottas, second. Charles Leclerc, third. Pierre Gasly, fourth. Max Verstappen, fifth. Carlos Sainz Jr., sixth. Daniel Ricciardo, seventh. Kimi Räikkönen, eighth. Danica Kvyat, ninth. And Nico Hülkenberg completed the top 10.
But there were 3 drivers that retired from the race. Kevin Magnussen, Romain Grosjean, and Antonio Giovinazzi.
Yeah, which I don't know what caused that incident. So, and that's probably a
Cars.
Yeah, I'll have to look at the replay to see what exactly happened to Haas, and that just pretty much sums up their season in a nutshell.
Between Verstappen and
Verstappen blocked, and Vettel had no choice but ran to back of him because he locked up the tires, so that doesn't surprise me. So.
And the commentators for the F1 race said that it was Vettel's fault.
It was actually both of them's fault. Yes, Vettel ran the back of Verstappen, but Verstappen shouldn't be blocking it. So, all right.
And Verstappen was
Yeah. All right, we're going to take a little commercial break because I got to go take care of my mom's sandwiches, but we will come right back to continue the weekly show. So, be right back, everybody.
Sandy, you are backbone. Give me that. Hell, I took her out twice this morning to this when she went out body. I kept waiting for her to buy. And you tell they're not cleaning. Okay. Alright.
What's the matter? Did you put it up? Go into Facebook, go into the post, you should be able to tag it, hit up in the corner, delete it. Why? Why?
I put on there about Preston, she goes, you take that off, it was from, friends of the property and everything.
Go in there, go into your Facebook, pull the post up. Once you get the post up, I can do it. Oh my God, pull your Facebook up. It's on Facebook. Bring it here then. God damn. Give it here. I don't know how the fuck y'all do this and not be able to get in your Facebook. All you gotta do is go up here and go back. Are you in? All you do is go in the search. Pull up Laura. Pull that up. I don't see it on your Facebook. The other one?
I put it on.
Okay.
What about Preston?
Yeah. You go in here and may not be able to do that. Fine, it's got a little zero here, but hit it. I don't know about up here. See the little three dots up there? You hit that, and you hit delete, delete. Looks like it's gone.
Alright guys, we're back. Sorry about that. Sorry about the long delay. Alright. Let's see if Ormy's still here. Okay, Ormy, I'm back. Okay. Oh, whoops. Yes, sorry about the delay. Alright. So now I turn to you and as I need to quit fucking with my PS4 controller. So what were your thoughts on Kentucky, the first race of the Formula E race, as well as British Grand Prix at Silverstone?
The British Grand Prix was the same as the season goes. Lewis Hamilton race, that's disappointing. Barely Weekend was decent, but it could have been better. But also, the first race of the Formula E weekend, it was amazing. Days of the weekend, probably.
Yeah. I really didn't like the Kentucky race, especially with the 2019 rules package. It looked like it was a board fest. I got really tired, if you ask me.
And Sebastian Buemi is no longer in the championship contention because he did not win the pole.
So he's out of it. Who's on the pole?
So, let me see.
So now it's only Mitch Evans.
It's down to the top three.
Yep.
Evans and the points leader.
Oh, looks like Grosjean and Magnussen took each other out. They had damage.
And teammates wrecking each other in Formula 1.
Yeah, why are we not surprised? Let me confirm that. Okay, yeah, let me look at the F1 highlights, since it's already out.
I believe that teammates wreck.
I think what also screwed Ferrari was that they were on the soft tire. They should have been on the medium tire. That's probably another reason why they ended up finishing third and wherever the fuck Vettel finished. And they all went hards to the end, so I kind of question Ferrari's strategy there. If you know what I mean. So, yep. So if you had to, well, I can just say I'm not looking forward to Loudon, if you ask me, even though we're still going to do predictions for Loudon. But that's just how it is, so.
Okay, so the poster is Alexander Sims.
Alexander Sims. Is he in the title contention?
Oh.
So, yep. There goes his championship hopes there, Daryl. So now only 3. Okay. Where's Jean-Eric Verne qualified? Because I'm worried he's in that same
Qualifying? Okay. Jean-Eric Verne starts. Oh.
Because if Jean-Eric Verne is qualified where he's at yesterday, that's not doing his championship hopes any favors.
Who did not qualify?
Who?
Felipe Massa did not qualify.
So Jean-Eric Verne started where? I didn't see the qualifying results. I need to check.
Jean-Eric Verne. Lucas Aguasi starts ahead of Verne. And the third championship contender, Mitch Evans, starts 8th.
So I'm guessing that's not doing Lucas Agrassi's championship hopes any favors.
Yeah. qualify one for John Eric Fern.
Yeah, like I said, he's not doing his championship hopes any good. With the way he's been, the way it's going. Oh yeah, because Buemi needed the pole and needed to win the race and help all the championship contenders have problems, but that's not going to happen, so yeah. Hi, 2 people in the chat, by the way. I don't know who's one of them. As far as that's concerned.
So the top 3 that are in contention for the championship are John Eric Fern, Lucas DeGrassi, and Mitch Evans.
Okay, listen to this from Podchris on Twitter. NASCAR believes that 550 horsepower is a target that new manufacturers would want if they enter the sport. Honda continues to say it's not interest. NASCAR is looking to add any manufacturer that's willing to be added. That's starting to becoming a little bit false, but we'll see. So, yeah.
As for the teams, as of right now, point standings for the teams, Constructors Championship for the Formula E. Tequila still holds the points lead over Audi and Edam. Nissan Edams is in third.
Yep. I love this. Did Jimmy win? No, Jimmy did not win at Kentucky. I love somebody on Twitter puts, did Jimmy win? No, Jimmy did not win in Kentucky.
He had issues.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess that's I guess there's a reason why you should have picked Lewis Hamilton to win the ESPY instead of Kyle Busch. So, but yeah. All right. Let me see. Is there any other breaking news stories or what?
Let me see if we have breaking news from NASCAR. Motorsports.
I don't know if there is. Oh, let me give you the top 10 results for the Pinty Series while you're looking at that. Alex Tagliani, the winner. Andrew Ranger, second. LP Dumoulin, third. Kevin Lacroix, fourth. JP Dumoulin, fifth. Anthony Simone, sixth. Peter Clutt, seventh. Jason Hadaway, eighth. DJ Kennington, ninth. Jason White, the top 10. Looks like JF Lagabri had an accident. Alex LeBay had a gearbox problem. Mark Anton Cameron was a lap down. And Gary Clutt had a suspension failure, so. Yeah, and I should remind NASCAR fans that if you think you're the only sport that stands for the national anthem, you're incorrect. MLB does the same thing. Oh my God, FIA. Are you kidding me? You gave Vettel 2 additional penalty points to his license? B freaking S.
We got 2 news articles for IMSA.
Okay, go ahead.
This one is White Motorsports confirmed that they were returning to the TTD class for the Michelin Pilot Challenge, GTD, for Lilac and Road America.
Cool. That's cool to see that, if you ask me.
Also, Core Autosport is planning 2020 return with Nissan DPI.
Yep. If you guys don't know what DPI is, that's Daytona Prototype International.
And
Go ahead.
These supercars Hansford he's in recovery following a cancer operation.
Yeah, we do want to wish him the best of luck in his recovery, if you ask me. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, now we know what happened to, Antonio Giovinazzi. Now I know what happened, Orman. Looks like he beached it, Daryl.
Okay. Well, so,
And that caused a flurry of activities in the pit lane. Oh, there's a paint scheme for NASCAR. Corey LaJoie is running a, what is it, a crunch throwback or something like that from like the 90s or so?
the NASCAR Crunch paint scheme that was driven by Dale Jarrett.
I really like that scheme, do you?
Yeah, well, it's a good paint scheme. I like it.
I mean, I've seen Nestle Crunch cars. Of course, oh, who am I thinking? I'm starting to wonder if Kyle Busch is either going to needs to run an M&M's throwback. I would love to see Kyle Busch run an M&M's throwback, would you? Even though we don't like Kyle Busch, that's what I'm thinking is going to happen.
You got the filter time paint scheme for the second car.
Austin Terrio making his Cup debut this upcoming weekend at New Hampshire.
This weekend in New Hampshire,
This upcoming weekend, that is.
William Byron is gonna do a stop and shop paint scheme.
Yeah. And I love the reaction. Stapleton didn't like the paint scheme. I actually like the paint scheme, so I'm going to disagree with Stapleton. I really like the paint scheme. Do you?
Yeah, the paint scheme looks nice.
Surprisingly, Byron's driving a paint scheme that's not Exalta or Hertz or any of that yada yada yada. If you know what I mean.
And that's no more news.
Yep.
We don't.
Well, we also had paint schemes in that list, if you know what I mean.
So that's it for the paint schemes and news.
Alright, do we have any sports news? Other than there's good news for the defending Stanley Cup champions, the St. Louis Blues. Oh, by the way, can I say this? Verstappen's car was in the air. He could have flipped.
He could have flipped.
Yep. And Stormy waved the checker flag, so, yeah.
Let me see if we have any sports news. Sports teams.
Plus, the Angels threw a no-hitter against the Mariners on Friday.
A combined no-hit.
A combined no-hitter, that is.
And, we got a trade.
Yeah.
The St. Louis Blues acquired forward Dakota Joshua from Toronto in exchange for future considerations.
So it could be, it could be cash or anything like that.
So, a player.
Yeah, it could be definitely cash, if you know what I mean. Who knows? We'll see. If you ask me.
Okay.
I believe that...
We have the figure. We on the July 11th, a trade, big trade
Yeah.
Oklahoma State Thunder has agreed to trade Russell Westbrook to the Houston Rockets for Chris Paul, first round picks in 2024 and 2026, pick swaps and 2025.
Yeah, that's a little shocking if you ask me.
That is another dumb move.
Yeah, I really think we can all agree that it's about to come down to a crashing halt, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
My dad would stop with the car noises, thankfully. Alright.
We have two Canadian Football League chats.
What?
Bring Laura her card.
Hold on. I'll be right. While you do that, I'll be back. We ain't holding crap down. No, I'm in the middle of the show. Where's my damn wallet? Must have left in the damn Mitsu.
Okay.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, Voyles.
No, Dad, no, no. Not when I'm in the middle of the show, you're not. Anyway. Yes.
Now, speak of something out in the PCSRA server.
Oh, I need to see. Let me go check.
Yeah, I noticed that there are two Canadian Football League chats.
Oh, whoops. Oh, hang on a second. Let me just take one of them out. Okay, there we go. All fixed. All fixed. That's fixed.
Because I never noticed that there was two.
Well, I didn't know if we needed to. Or, I don't know if we had one. Okay, anyway.
There are no other news.
Yep. Alright, I think that's pretty much about it. So here's what we're going to do for predictions. We're going to just only predict Loudon. We'll need Taylor and Cody get in here because we're about to do predictions only for Loudon. Let me let Taylor know. Since the entry lists are not out,
Just gonna wing it.
yeah, we're just gonna wing it. So, but let's look ahead to Loudon. So, we're going from Kentucky Speedway, which was a mile and a half, to the Magic Mile of Loudon, New Hampshire for this weekend, upcoming weekend that is. It's Xfinity and the Cup Series. And they are racing without the rules package. So do you think we could see a little bit better racing at New Hampshire, considering it's the Magic Mile? And do you think we could see tire problems there at New Hampshire?
Yeah, we would like to see lots of tire issues, and also we are expecting to see great racing without the rules package and a great weekend. Not only that, the K&N Pro Series East and the Modifieds at the track with NASCAR this weekend.
Yep, this upcoming weekend to be exact. I was gonna also mention the streak of having a race on my birthday for NASCAR. It came to an end last night. Yeah. I don't remember the last. Wait, what?
And this upcoming weekend is the dog race.
Yeah, it's the All-Star race for the Modifieds. So, what is your key for Lime Rock? Since I don't want to forget Lime Rock.
Strategy is always the key. Possibly don't have any issues at Lime Rock.
Which reminds me, I need to edit the, Sorry, continue.
Okay. survive the race and possibly have a good finish.
Yeah, Line Rock has been one of my favorite tracks. It's also been a favorite track for the, not just for the NSRA, but for the PCSRA. Like when Vanellope von Schweetz, who was leading the race, thought she had the race won, the engine blew up, guess what? Lily Gordon won. So here's the situation. Jean-Eric Verne needs to finish 8th to win the title if Degrassi and Evans don't win. The chaos scenario is funny. If Verne and Degrassi DNF, Evans wins. Lol. Wow. Let me ask him. So if Verne doesn't score points, what's the scenario?
I think the first race is going to be IndyCar.
Yeah. Since we already know the entry list. IndyCar, by the way, we'll recap their race tomorrow for the regular scheduled show. So, yeah.
Yeah, and also there's also going to be the IndyCar race at Toronto coming.
Yeah.
No, the Formula E
at New York City. We'll get our final thoughts on Formula E tomorrow. So, alright, it is now time for predictions presented by Courtyard by Marriott. But first, let me take care of something important. Thank you, Mr. Jordan Culp, Buffalo Wild Wings Series driver. Drove the 70, I remember, and I just went too far. Alright, we'll see. Yeah, I'm with you on that, mate. Yeah, by the way, thank you, Jackie Tang, for the birthday wishes. Let me check on the other birthday wishes before we make our predictions. By the way, just to let everybody know, we are going to have a weekly show next year on this day. Just remember that. Just remember, 365 days from now, the weekly show is going to be on the Tuesday. And that'll be a special birthday edition, if you know what I mean. So. Alright, it is time for predictions presented by Courtyard by Marriott. If you don't know how our predictions go, it goes like this. Driver to win, driver to stay away from, driver that is the dark horse. Since the global standings are not official until tonight, we're just going to go over the NASCAR standings because it's already been official. So here's the global standings as of right now. I still have the point lead, but that gap would be down the 6 points with Cody Smart in second, Nathan Orman third, Zachary Taylor fourth, Cody Goforth fifth. That's as of right now because we have not run the second race of IndyCar. We did not run the Toronto race. So that's as of right now. So nothing is official yet until we give you the updated standings. But leaving Kentucky, heading into Loudon, these are the standings for NASCAR. Cody Smart has the point lead by 6 points over Nathan Orman. Cody Smart has 60 points in the books. Nathan Orman is second, 6 points back, 54 points in the books. I'm in third with 48 points in the books. Not too far behind me is Zachary Taylor with 47 points in the books. Kyle Langland is fifth with 38 points in the books. David Hiller is sixth with 27. Cody Goforth is seventh. Or David Heller is 6th, with 27. Cody Goforth is 7th with 24. Derek Hamill is 8th with 15. And Ty Dent rounds out the field with only 5. Yeah, it's only Xfinity and Cup. Because for Global tomorrow, if I can go back down to my picks, for Global tomorrow, it's going to be only Assen and IndyCar, so we have an easier schedule for predictions. So, yeah, and since Orman's the only one in here, we'll get everybody else's picks in a second. All right, so I was going to ask you, Orman, do you want to go ahead and do your predictions for Assen and IndyCar? That way, I can just tell everybody what you picked. I didn't know if you wanted to do that or not, because I've already done that for me. So. And Orman's looking at the end of the world, unless he's doing something. Yeah, he's doing something. Okay. So while he's doing that, I just told Cody we are about to start predictions. We're only doing Loudon for this weekend, so while I'm waiting for Nathan Orman, so let me give you a look at this week's upcoming PCSRA weekly show events presented by Andy's Frozen Custard. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, we'll hold that thought for just a second on the look at this week's upcoming PCSRA weekly show events. Okay. I was getting ready to say I didn't know if you want to do Aston or and Iowa together. I didn't know if you want to do that or not, but that's your call, not mine.
IndyCar at Iowa.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I did say IndyCar at Iowa. I just said I didn't know if you want to do Aston.
IndyCar in Iowa is going to be a global thing.
Yep. Okay, so let's only do the NASCAR side. We'll take care of the global standings for tomorrow. Okay, go ahead, Orman, for Xfinity.
Or Xfinity at driver to win is start to be how about Tyler Reddick?
Tyler Reddick as the driver to win. Alright, here's your stay away from.
Stay away from I gotta stay away from Jeremy Clements.
Jeremy Clements, not Jermaine Clements. Cody. Dark Horse.
Of course, I'm gonna say Dark Horse YMC.
Daniel?
What?
Didn't see you this Friday.
I know, Dad. Cup Series.
Series, driver to win. Ryan Newman.
Oh, you're saying Ryan Newman's going to get in the playoffs with a Roush car. That's interesting. This driver stay away from.
I'm gonna stay away from Daniel Suarez.
Alright. And your Dark Horse.
The Dark Horse is gonna be
Wait, who is your Dark Horse? Kyle Larson. Alright. So I'll get everybody else's predictions tomorrow, since they'll do both of them, since it'll be easy. Okay, so here's my picks for Loudon, since I just want to get this out of the way. So the driver I think is going to win.
Daniel?
What?
Did you see Fantastic Beasts and Crimes of Grindelwald?
No.
I'll be ready to watch.
As I was saying. So the driver I think is going to win the Xfinity race, I'm going to say Christopher Bell.
Bell, okay.
Driver to stay away from...
It's funny that we picked two of the big three.
Jeez. Driver to stay away from, I was really kind of a toss-up on this guy. It was really hard to pick this guy, but if I had to pick the driver to stay away from, I have to say stay away from Garrett Smithley. He hasn't been doing very good lately, and I just don't. He never runs well at Loudon, so my Dark Horse. I'll take Michael Annett. Michael Annett as my Dark Horse.
Mikey Annett.
Code. Actually, no. I think that was Kendall.
Kendall.
Yep.
That's Kendall. Because he said Mikey McDowell.
Yep. Alright. For Cup. What?
Mr. Daniel.
What? Hold on. I'll be right back, guys.
Well, there's none in here.
That's a definite. You can leave that platter out because your dad will probably put the steaks on it.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. My parents are now gonna have to clean a pizza pan that is like pitch black. It was pretty. Alright, yeah, it's back. Alright. As I was.
So where are you for the cup?
Yeah, I was getting ready to make cup predictions until I got rudely interrupted by my parents. Okay, so for the driver to win the Cup Series, actually I'm going to change my Cup pick. No. I'm going to leave it the same. I think he's going to get his third win at Loudon. Joey Logano is my driver to win.
Joey Logano.
Driver to stay.
Joey, no, hey, Voyles.
What?
Joey Logano, not.
Yeah. Not Joey Laga. That one will probably get credit to Elisha for saying Joey Laga.
No, I think that was Taylor.
No, he said Logano. It's just Elijah said Laga.
Yeah, Elijah.
So, driver to stay away from. I really was also in a toss-up as far as this is concerned. But the way he's been slumping of late really questions my ability to pick him. And which is why I picked Clint Boyer as my driver to stay away from.
Clint Boyer, okay.
Yep. Dark horse, I'm going to go with Kyle Larson.
Ooh.
Yep. Yepos. We'll get the other predictions from everybody else, which I don't know if...
I'm gonna lay down tomorrow.
Yeah. So, we'll get the other predictions for everybody else for NASCAR tomorrow, because that will be included for them. So, all Orman's going to do for predictions will be for the global standings. How about that? So
does you, Cody, Taylor, and Goldford?
Yep. That will be fun. So let's look at this week's upcoming PCSRA Weekly Show events presented by Andy's Frozen Custard. We're going to have a show on Tuesday, next Tuesday, because next Monday I will be taking care of some things with Blue Junior as far as that's concerned, so yeah. So, next week we're going to recap, let me go through my,
I'll be right back.
Okay. I was going to tell him I was going to start a call when we got done. Anyway, so next week's show, we're going to recap Aston, Iowa, Loudon, and Lime Rock. We're going to, actually, I need to flip Lime Rock and Loudon around, but I'll do that later. We'll take you through the breaking news stories between now and then. Let me pull up my race schedule because I had it somewhere and for some reason... Okay. Hang on 1 second. I've lost my race schedule. Where is it? Ah, here it is. So we'll recap all those stuff. Yeah, okay, so here we are. So, okay, event is in progress. Okay. So, yeah, here it is. So we'll recap those races, take you through the breaking news stories between now and then as far as that's concerned. And then we're going to look ahead. We have a split weekend. We are going to look ahead to the following. Iowa and Pocono for Trucks in the Cup, Iowa for the Xfinity Series, Mid-Ohio for IndyCar, Queensland for the V8 Supercars. They return after their wait, do they race next week or this upcoming weekend? No, they don't. They race in Queensland, so that should be a fun time if you ask me. So that's something we're looking forward to as far as that is concerned on the show. So that is a look at this week's upcoming PCSRA Weekly Show events presented by Andy's Frozen Custard. My final thought is coming up because I need to use the restroom. So I will be right back, everybody. Alright, I'm back. Okay, So my final thought of the day, or my final thoughts on this race weekend, and we'll get Oren's final takeaway from this. Oh, and speaking of the devil, I was getting ready to say get ready to give you your thoughts on it. So, okay, so I just looked at the schedule. So we got Pocono.
I'll be right back again, disgusting.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the German Grand Prix, so that's another thing we'll add to the that we got coming up. Because I forgot about the German Grand Prix. So the German Grand Prix, so that's something I'll need to write down for predictions. I think it's only 2 races for supercars, and then the following week we have a little short week because we get to preview Eldora for trucks. I think the entry list will be we'll do it on Tuesday. So when we preview Eldora, it'll be on Tuesday. We'll do it. So yeah. But God, you're going back and forth like a chicken with your head cut off there, mate. Alright, Ormy, your final takeaway on this race weekend, even though this weekend is not over yet.
I think this weekend, since it's not over yet, is pretty amazing so far, but it's going to be great next weekend. Also, can't wait for next weekend and see how the predictions goes.
Oh, that will be definitely good. So, again, next week, it will be on a Tuesday is when we get to recap all that stuff, which is Aston, Lime Rock, Pocono, or Loudon, and all that good stuff in Iowa. So, we'll look ahead next week to Iowa for the Xfinity Series, Pocono for the Cup and Truck Series, the German Grand Prix for the FIA Formula One World Championship, IndyCar at Mid-Ohio, and Queensland. That should be fun on the calendar. So, yeah. Final thought is, I just want to say thank you all so much. If you haven't sent your birthday wishes, you might want to do that ASAP on Facebook or on this, or in the comments down below. I would appreciate if you guys did that. That would make it a little bit great for me, and I still thank you guys a lot for the birthday wishes. Orman and I will be starting a call in the recording chat soon. That way we can get everybody else. Well, actually, we'll get the entry list out Tuesday, so yeah. That's the continuation of this episode, so yeah. The Oklahoma Highway Safety Office is a proud partner of the PCSRA, as well as all around the entire USA, and together we remind you folks that we can end DUI. Visit endui.com for more details. Want to thank Nathan Orman, Zachary Taylor, Kyle Langland, and all of our friends for their support for not only making this birthday great, but everybody else as well. Our statistician Caleb Potts, producer and engineer Zachary Fitzwater, Jackie Tang, and Alex Hawkins, and Greg Rutz running the show for us back in our PCSRA Network studios. I'll see you in the call in a little bit, Orman. Final score, one final time, at Busch Stadium in St. Louis, Missouri, of this 3-game series. It was my St. Louis Cardinals 4 and the Arizona Diamondbacks 2. Until Tuesday, when we finish up the weekly show, continuing recapping our races and all that, looking ahead to this upcoming weekend, and until then, when we recap Loudon, Aston, Iowa for our global standings, take you through the breaking news stories between now and then, give you paint scheme previews and all that good stuff, and we look ahead to another. I also forgot to mention the 24 Hours of Spa is next weekend, and we'll look ahead to the 24 Hours of Spa, Pocono for Trucks and Cup, the German Grand Prix at Hockenheim for F1, Iowa for the Xfinity Series, Mid-Ohio, and Queensland for the Supercars. This is Daniel Full saying, thank you for the birthday wishes, and as always, Boomers Sooner, everybody.
This PC PCSRA Weekly Show broadcast has been brought to you by Brahms Ice Cream and Dairy Stores. For over 51 years, it's the proud sponsor of the PCSRA Weekly Show. The PCSRA Weekly Show was also brought to you by Budweiser, Love's Travel Stops, iHeartMedia, The Oklahoman, Newcastle Casino, Devon Energy, Sonic, and by the Oklahoma Highway Safety Office, where together we can end DUI. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation on the PCSRA Sports Network. Copyright 2019 by the Pacific Coast Sports Racing Association.